Meditation and Spiritual Life, Swami Yatiswarananda. From Gods to the Godhead. Something like from personal to the impersonal. The impersonal is beyond the reach of the devotee, while the personal does not satisfy his philosophic sense. So, um, personal, if we look from philosophy, metaphysics, sometimes it stops making sense. But if I want to only hold on to the personal idea, it becomes very difficult after some time. Hence, the worship of the personal, impersonal has been most popular, something like a middle path in all higher forms of spiritual practice. And this is true of the worshippers of Krishna or Ram, Shiva or Vishnu, Durga or Kali, anyone. The worship of the divine personality, it is simply like a Hanumanji is telling. It's a very famous quote. I don't know where it is actually there, but it is said that Hanuman tells Ram that, "O Lord, when I think of myself as a body, I am your servant. When I think of myself as an individual soul, Jivatman, I am part of you. But when I realize I am Atman, you and I become one." So this essentially captures the three major aspects of Vedanta. The Dvaita, where when I see myself as a body, then you are the Lord. I and you are there. When it is Vishishta Dvaita, like when I see myself as Jivatman, then I see I am part of you. I am separate, but I am also part. So something Vishishta Roop, Vishishta. And then the last part, the Advaitic concept, where when I realize that I am the Atman, pure Atman, then I and you stops existing. I and you become one, as if. So, continuing, the worship of the divine personality. So, the worshipper is there and the worshipped. So, duality is here. Or the incarnated principle has certainly an unquestionable place in spiritual life, because when we begin, I see myself as separate. So it has an unquestionable place. It is indispensable for most devotees, as Sri Krishna has declared in the Bhagavad Gita. The path of the absolute and the unmanifest is very hard to follow. Hence, we find that in many religious faiths, the devotee worships the Lord, the divine person, resigning all his actions to Him, meditating on Him with devotion and concentration, and regarding Him as the supreme goal of life. You see, the mind is such a wretch. It doesn't listen. It always wants to do something which is apparently satisfying and fun, but it actually doesn't lead me to everlasting happiness and peace. It always brings misery. So, if I directly tell that, oh, I am the Atman and God is the divine principle is actually um, away or unattached to everything that I see around, then I'll become like a stone, like no emotions. Then my mind will go for a toss. I'll see that what is the point of living? What is the point of doing good? What is the point of uh, seeking something? Everything will turn meaningless. But the divine principle is not meaningless, it is beyond meaning. So, an immature mind will find meaningless, it will get attached to meaninglessness and that emotion. It's not illumination, that is uh, degradation in a way. So, a divine idea of incarnation or God, some personal God in some roop, in some with some divine qualities, will control my outgoing tendencies. It will give me the sense of purpose that okay, for God I need to be my best, I need to be disciplined, I need to do good. Why? It is the entire world is His. So all the human beings, all the uh, objects in this world are His. So everything is His Aishwarya, His glory, His own kingdom. So I must do the best for His kingdom because He is my Lord and He gives me everything, and I uh, love Him. So that will lead my wretched mind to a state where I become better version, and with that disciplined mind, when I go more inward in sadhana, such a mind, when it transcends the body and mind itself, can reach the impersonal concept. Hence, we find that in many religious faiths, the devotee worships the Lord, the divine person, resigning all his actions to Him, karma phala tyaga, meditating on Him with devotion and concentration. And so, if everything is meaningless, why should I even concentrate? So that is why it's very difficult to understand what this impersonal is, and regarding Him as the supreme goal of life. But the true devotee does not stop with worshipping the anthropomorphic form of the Lord, the humanized form of the Lord. He gradually learns to look upon the divine form that he worships as an embodiment of the attributes that reveals the supreme principle in some way or other. He further learns. So these learns means these are realizations which the Lord himself gives. He further learns to look upon the divine form as a divine symbol or a divine idea, and this idea again becomes a symbol of the reality that is at the back of everything. Shiva is one of the gods of popular Hinduism. The gross minded worshipper may take him to be the god of destruction, dwelling in the lonely mountains or in the cremation ground. Now, this idea itself is very profound. Firstly, we detest from cremation grounds that it is unhygienic, filthy. If we go there, then we take bath, wash our clothes, then only we touch other things. But that same Lord Shiva, that same Lord Kali whom we are worshipping, they love to stay in the cremation grounds. So if I install Shiva or Kali in my heart and I invoke that deity, I myself become a cremation ground, as if I love If I love somebody, uh, and if I'm calling that person, then I will do my best to give that person that which he or she loves the most. So if Kali loves the cremation ground the most, then my body becomes a cremation ground as if. Then I cannot stay at home, because the, whatever I am touching, that will become defiled, as it were, unholy. But slowly, when the mind evolves more, learns more, understands more, then it understands that that which I am calling as unholy is again divine. Again, the same principle is there. It is me who is calling and differentiating between things, calling this holy and that unholy, calling this good, that bad. Attachment to good, detachment, aversion to bad. So, levels starts to open up. That is what it is. Gross minded means the first level, initial level worshipper may take him to be the god of destruction. True, dwelling in the lonely mountains or in the cremation. But to the evolved devotee, evolution through sadhana, he is the embodiment of renunciation. Tyagishvara. So when Tyag is there, it appears everything is getting destroyed. And the destroyer of all evil. See, the destroyer of all evil. Ramakrishna says that when a thorn is stuck into my finger, I take another thorn to remove the thorn which is stuck, and then throw both the thorns. So, if there is evil in me, I need to destroy it by turning into a personification of good. And then both good and evil has to be removed like both the thorns. So destroyer of all evil does not mean all good, because good is also dualistic. Good is also a cause of attachment, that I always feel attached to do good out of compulsion. No, it is something. So there are levels beyond this also. He is, besides, the personification of contemplation and divine consciousness. So this is one step more higher. Chaitanya Roop, Dhyana Swaroop, contemplation. So, the advanced worshipper sings his glory thus: O Lord, thou art Brahman, the one without a second. Thou art everything. Where is it sung? Universal prayers. So, O Lord, thou art Brahman, thou the one without a second, thou art everything, thou art the one truth, and verily there is nothing but thee. The material minded worshipper of Vishnu sees in him the god of protection and preservation, Aishwarya, and all those things, who, out of his infinite mercy, incarnates himself for the good of his devotees. But the devotee of the highest type sees in him the embodiment of the divine principle which permeates the entire universe, in whom, when intense renunciation comes, I don't seek good for me, because I've gone beyond it. He is with me all the time. Why do I need protection and preservation? He is there. Let everything go away. So, if the mind has become established in that state, we become We don't remain this petty self content in this body, in this house, in this uh, me, mine, all these small, small things. We become giants as if. Now, um, devotee of the highest type sees in him the embodiment of the divine principle that permeates the entire universe, in whom is being enacted the world play with its creation, preservation, and resolution. And he prays, Lord, Thou abidest in all, Thou art all, Thou assumest all forms, Thou art the origin of all, Thou art the self of all. Salutations to Thee.